What if I told you that most Americans are leaving thousands of dollars in Social Security benefits on the table every single year, and nobody is warning them? A recent analysis of Social Security claiming patterns found that nearly 57% of retirees claim too early, permanently reducing their monthly check by up to 30%. That is not a small difference. Over a 20-year retirement, we are talking about $100,000 or more gone forever. But here is what the financial industry rarely tells you. There are completely legal strategies available right now that can significantly increase what you receive each month. And the best part, it is not too late to act. Today, I am going to show you exactly how to get more from Social Security, starting today. Let me tell you about Carol. Carol is 63 years old, a retired school teacher from Ohio. 30 years in the classroom, dedicated her entire career to her students. And when retirement finally came, she did what almost everyone around her did. She claimed Social Security at 62. Her neighbor claimed at 62. Her brother claimed at 62. It felt like the obvious move. It felt safe. 2 years later, Carol learned something that stopped her cold. By claiming when she did, she had permanently locked herself into a monthly check that was $340 smaller than it could have been, every single month for the rest of her life. That is not a small mistake. That is real money that Carol will never get back. Here is what makes her story so important. Carol is not unusual. She is the rule, not the exception. The Social Security Administration manages over $1.4 trillion in annual benefits, and yet study after study shows that most Americans have almost no strategic knowledge of how this system actually works in their favor. They do what Carol did. They follow what feels familiar, and they pay for it quietly, for decades. Today is your turning point. Just like Carol eventually found the information she needed, you are about to get it too. So, what exactly are these strategies? Let me walk you through them one by one. Now, before we get into the strategies, I need to address something first. Because there is a belief out there that is costing seniors enormous amounts of money, and it might be costing you right now without you even realizing it. Here is the myth: that your Social Security benefit is a fixed number, that the government calculates it, hands it to you, and that is simply what you get. Nothing to discuss, nothing to change. That belief is wrong, and it is one of the most expensive misconceptions in retirement planning today. The truth is that your benefit is highly flexible. It is shaped by at least 5 major decisions that you make, and most of those decisions can still be optimized even if you are already in your 60s and retirement is right around the corner. Think of Social Security less like a fixed pension and more like a system with built-in levers. Pull the right levers in the right order, and you dramatically increase what lands in your bank account every month. The problem is that nobody ever shows you where those levers are. A major financial research institution studied thousands of retirees and found that strategic claiming decisions can increase lifetime Social Security benefits by an average of $100,000 to $250,000, depending on individual circumstances. That is not a rounding error. That is life-changing money sitting inside a system you have already paid into for decades. And here is the most reassuring part. You do not need to be a financial expert to use these strategies. You do not need a degree or a high-priced advisor. You just need the right information presented clearly and honestly. That is exactly what we are here to do today. Before we get into the full list, I want to ask you something. Right now, in the comments below, I want you to tell me 2 things. How old are you, and have you already claimed Social Security, or are you still in the decision phase? There is no wrong answer. This is a judgment-free zone. Thousands of people just like you are watching this video right now, navigating these exact same decisions, and your comment might be exactly what someone else needed to see today. We read every single comment, and we do our best to reply. Now, let's get into the strategies. We are counting down from number 5 to number 1, and number 1 is the most powerful move most people never make. Number 5, verify your earnings record before you claim. Here is something most people never consider. They assume the Social Security Administration has their entire work history perfectly recorded, Every job, every paycheck, every year of contributions, all accurately logged and ready to calculate your benefit. It feels like a reasonable assumption, but it is wrong more often than you would think. An audit of Social Security earnings records found that a significant percentage contain at least one error. We are talking about millions of Americans whose benefit calculations are based on incomplete or inaccurate data, and the vast majority of them have no idea. A single missing year of income can permanently reduce your monthly check. Not temporarily, permanently. So here is exactly what you do. Go to ssa.gov and create a My Social Security account if you do not already have one. It takes about 10 minutes. Once you are logged in, navigate to your earnings history. You will see a year-by-year breakdown of every income amount the SSA has on record for you. Go through it carefully. Look for years where the number looks too low or where income is missing entirely. If you find an error, you can file a correction request directly through the site. You will need supporting documents like old W-2s or tax returns to back up your claim. Here is the crucial detail. The window to correct errors narrows significantly after age 60. If you are watching this right now and you are in your 60s, this is urgent. Do not put it off. This check takes roughly 15 minutes, and it could be worth thousands of dollars in corrected lifetime benefits. That was number 5, and it is one most people skip entirely. Now, let's move on to number 4, a strategy that directly affects how much you receive every single month. Number 4, understand how delayed claiming increases your benefit. I want to acknowledge something first, because when most people hear the word delay, a very natural fear comes up. What if I wait and something happens to me? What if I never live long enough to see the extra money? That fear is completely understandable, and it deserves an honest answer. Here is the data. For every single year you delay claiming Social Security past your full retirement age, up to age 70, your benefit grows by approximately 8%. Guaranteed. Inflation adjusted. That is a return no savings account, no CD, and no money market fund can reliably match right now. A financial planning research center studied thousands of retirees across different health profiles and found that for average health individuals, delaying from age 62 all the way to age 70 results in a monthly benefit that is up to 76% higher. Let that number sink in for a moment. Here's what that looks like in real dollars. If your benefit at 62 would be $1,400 per month, that same benefit claimed at 70 becomes approximately $2,464 per month, every single month, for the rest of your life. Now, there is a break-even point to consider. It typically falls somewhere around age 80. If you live past that point, and statistically most 62-year-olds today will, delayed claiming pays off significantly. Here is the game-changing tip for married couples. When the higher earner in a marriage delays to age 70, it does not just increase their own benefit. It locks in a much larger survivor benefit for their spouse. If one partner passes away, the surviving spouse receives the higher amount. That protection can be worth tens of thousands of dollars over a widowhood that might last 10, 15, or even 20 years. Even delaying by just 1 or 2 years can add $50 to $200 per month permanently. That adds up to real money over a long retirement. Now, delaying is powerful, but what if there are ways to boost your benefit before you even get to that decision? That is exactly what number 3 is about. Number 3, add working years to replace low earning years in your record. Here is something about Social Security that most people never learn until it is almost too late. The SSA does not calculate your benefit based on your entire work history. It takes your highest 35 years of earnings and uses those to determine your monthly check. That sounds fair enough until you realize what happens when you have not worked a full 35 years. If you worked fewer than 35 years, the SSA does not leave those gaps blank. It fills them with zeros, and zeros pull your lifetime average down significantly, which means your monthly benefit goes down with it. But here's where it gets interesting. Even if you did work 35 years, some of those early years were probably low-earning years. A part-time job in your 20s, a year of reduced hours, a period when you were raising children and stepped back from full-time work. Those weak years are sitting inside your calculation right now, quietly dragging your benefit down every single month. Research shows that replacing just one low-earning year with a year of moderate income can increase your monthly benefit by $50 to $100 or more. Here is a simple example. If one of your recorded years shows $8,000 in earnings and you replace it with a year showing $40,000, that shift directly lifts your 35-year average and bumps your monthly checkup meaningfully. So how do you actually do this? Part-time work, freelance projects, or consulting in the years leading up to retirement can strategically replace those weak years. You do not need to go back to a full-time job. Targeted moderate income during your early 60s can do the job. Here is the crucial detail. Before you make any decision, use the SSA Benefit Estimator tool at ssa.gov. You can model exactly how one additional working year would change your projected monthly benefit. It takes minutes and gives you a clear picture of whether it is worth it for your specific situation. If you are between 60 and 65 right now, this window is still open for you. Even one or two well-placed working years can add real, lasting value to your monthly benefit for the rest of your life. And now for number 2, a strategy that is especially powerful for married couples and one that most financial advisors forget to mention. Number 2, spousal and survivor benefit coordination. Here is something that surprises almost everyone. If you are currently married, divorced, after at least 10 years of marriage, or widowed, you may be entitled to Social Security benefits based on your spouse's or ex-spouse's earnings record, sometimes more than what your own work history would give you. SSA data shows that millions of eligible Americans never claim these benefits simply because they did not know they qualified. That is real money sitting uncollected every single month. There are 3 scenarios you need to know. Current spouses can claim up to 50% of their partner's full retirement benefit. Divorced spouses may qualify based on an ex-spouse's record, without their ex ever knowing or losing a single dollar. And surviving spouses can claim up to 100% of the deceased partner's benefit. For married couples, the smartest coordination move is having the lower earner claim earlier while the higher earner delays to 70. This maximizes current income and locks in the largest possible survivor benefit for whoever is left behind. Here is the crucial detail. If you remarried, your eligibility for an ex-spouse's benefit may be affected. There are exceptions worth checking, so contact the SSA directly to understand your specific situation. If this video is helping you, please take a second to like it and subscribe. It helps us reach other seniors who need this information just as much as you do. And now we have reached number 1, the single most powerful and most overlooked strategy of all. Number 1, create a personalized claiming strategy using free official tools. Every strategy we covered today has real value, but none of them work as well as they should without a clear, personalized plan built around your specific situation. And that is exactly where most people fall short. The single biggest mistake seniors make is having no claiming plan at all. They claim based on what a neighbor said, what felt right, or what some general article suggested. But your health, your marriage status, your earnings record, and your retirement timeline are completely unique to you. A generic strategy will almost always cost you money. Here's what most people do not know. The SSA provides free planning tools directly at ssa.gov. Log into your My Social Security account and use the retirement estimator to compare your real projected benefit at 62, 66, 67, and 70 side by side based on your actual earnings record. A financial literacy study found that people who used personalized claiming tools received an average of 17% more in lifetime benefits than those who claimed without any planning at all. Here is the game-changing tip. Schedule a free in-person appointment at your local Social Security office. Bring your earnings history and a list of questions. Many seniors leave those appointments discovering benefits they never knew existed. 2 hours of your time could realistically be worth $50,000 to $150,000 over a 20-year retirement. Before I let you go, I want to leave you with something important. I want you to step back for a moment and think about what we have really been talking about today. Yes, we talked about dollars and percentages and claiming ages, but underneath all of that, this is about something much bigger. Social Security was designed to be the foundation of your retirement dignity. Every additional dollar you claim is not just income, it is freedom from financial stress. It is security for a spouse who might outlive you by 10 or 20 years. It is independence that does not require you to rely on family members or hope that luck goes your way. You are not helpless in this system. The system is not rigged against you, and it is absolutely not too late to act. Even one strategy from today's video, applied this week, can change the trajectory of your retirement. Check your earnings record. Model your claiming age. Look into your spousal benefits. Start somewhere. Start today. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. Which strategy from today surprised you the most? And have you already logged in to check your earnings record at ssa.gov? Tell us below. We read every single comment, and your experience might be exactly what someone else needed to hear today. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Take care of yourself, take care of your retirement, and we will see you in the next one.